I am Ann-Peggy Divine. Welcome to the Divine Design, the podcast where we unfold heaven on earth and reframe spirituality and theology for a new cosmic era. Your journey on human evolution and integration of your divine design starts here. Welcome, Jesper Strange, back to this Divine Design podcast.
Thank you very much.
And we spoke before you went on your trip from Denmark to Istanbul, and now you are in Istanbul. And this trip,
Indeed I am.
And this trip had done something with you.
Yeah. First of all, I have lost 7 kilograms or something like that.
Yeah, you even look different. You look different from the outside also.
Yeah. But I have lost some weight. But I was very surprised about actually how much weight it was, because I have been eating a lot of cakes on my journey here. So I just wonder, if I didn't eat that much cake, how much would I have lost? It would probably be double or something like that. Yeah, but I'm feeling different. I'm feeling like I'm a new person, but that is a downgrade to say that it's like that. I feel like I'm just different, and yeah, it's very difficult to explain how I am different. I think I will let it be others to explain how I am different, but my point of views on life has definitely changed.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
So you have very many perspectives. You see things from different, more perspective, not one or two or three, but maybe from hundreds.
Yeah. And I think it comes down to, it's because that I have met so many people along my journey. I was walking for 100 days, and out of the 100 days, I have been staying with local people 50, 60 days. So I have met a lot of local people, and it's local people in different countries, which means that I also get a lot of different perspective of lives, and different perspective of cultures, and even that we are all European. Well, not we are all, but we are European. We are similar, but still very different.
Yeah.
Like in culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I realized, that in humans, we are all the same.
Yeah.
We all have the same dreams. We are all struggling with the same shit in life. And we definitely have like all the same wishes for our family and friends and children, and that is the same for everybody that I've been talking with.
This is the Divine Design podcast. It is kind of living from your essence, your truth, kind of knowing yourself, your bigness, and what. So when you have met so many people, because you say we are struggling with the same, all of us. Can you say something more about that? Is it someone you have met that you kind of also have been, wow, you really know yourself, kind of? What is the biggest difference between all these people that you have met?
What's the biggest difference? I think the biggest difference is actually the cultural difference, like from country to country, and but like human spirits, there has been not much difference in people. I think the thing that I got most surprised about is actually how many kind people there are. Like I have like 99% of the people that I have met has actually been kind or very kind.
Yeah.
And which I would say that leads me to like, oh, people are kind. People people are good.
Yeah.
And what we have been being told in the media or seeing in the media or reading in newspapers or whatever, that is not the truth. Like people actually wants to help each other. People wants to be good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
um and I think that is probably the thing that has surprised me most. Um Especially because I'm from a family that is very judgmental and we are not helping anybody and we just stay with ourselves and things like that. So to come out and see how many nice people there are actually has been an eye opener. And I have met so many different kind of people,
Yeah.
like also socialist, not socialist, social, like uh, the peasant or the working class or the upper class and the middle class, of course. And but they all wanted to hear my story, of course, because who is that stupid walking from Denmark to Istanbul? They want to hear that. But what I noticed were that, like, normally I would arrive like in the late afternoon, like 3 or 4 o'clock, and we would have coffee or tea and have something light to eat, and then we would have dinner, and then we would go to bed, and we were of course talking. But in the morning, when we had our breakfast, 9 out of 10 times we had the best talks in the morning. That was very, very interesting. And in the meaning of the most deep talks about life, about love, what is your dream, what is purpose of life, and all the existential things.
Yes.
And we had those talks in the morning.
Yeah, we
And
are fresh in the morning. That makes sense. Yeah.
we are fresh, but also like it was also like that we have during the evening we have tuned into each other, and yeah, um yeah, so it's just nice to meet all those kind of people there.
And what you are saying, Jesper, it's like you have met people from their divine design, because when we are in our divine design, we are friendly, we want to help, we want to. So you are actually saying 99.9% you have met kind of has been so friendly, and it's like, yeah, so all of us want to live from the best version, from the divine design in us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that is my experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, um, it was so funny because I was in the last town I was staying in Hungary before I was going to Romania was just like few kilometers from the border to Romania. And the family there, they were uh, um, Hung Hungarian Romanian or Romanian Hungarian. I don't know which part, but and it's a very complicated history in that area of Europe there. But it was so funny because they said, both of them, be careful of the Romanian because they are bad people. Okay, I said, okay. I have of course heard about gypsies. Oh, gypsies, they are the worst. Okay. And and they will scam you and they will steal money from you. So I got a special um, plastic bag for my credit card, so you couldn't tap my credit card, and I was switching off NFC on my phone, so nobody just could walk by and just rip my money and things like that. And they were so good at telling that story that I actually believed in it. And that is the scary part of it, because that is not how I am. But anyway, I came to Romania and I survived Romania. Nobody stole any money from me. Uh, no, nobody was mocking me. Nobody was killing me. So Romania was actually a very nice country to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing was that when I was walking out of Romania, I was going into Bulgaria. Oh, just be careful in Bulgaria because people in Bulgaria, they will. And it was the same story. And I just thought, yeah, whatever.
But we have this story, it's kind of because we don't know it and we have heard, because when you tell the story, I remember I heard when I was little, it's like, oh, the Romanian and the Egyptian. It's like, even me heard it when I was a teenager because we met some groups. So it is kind of the old programming. If we don't know, and we have heard about one thief in that or two, so it's like we hang all this kind. Oh, they are like that. If it's more less than 1% that kind of are doing this thing, but oh, they are like that.
Probably, yeah. And I would say that especially in Romania, I didn't walk a lot in Romania, but that was more because of in Romania they have a lot of bears, like, and they are very dangerous. So you can't walk on the roads, you can't walk in the mountains, you can't walk in forest because I think they have 13,000 bears now, and they are attacking people.
What is BS? I don't know what it is.
Beer, like
Well, beer.
yeah,
They have so many beers.
yeah, and it has become a huge problem in the country because they are not allowed to shoot them either, and they are walking in the cities now. So it was actually a problem. Like, so I didn't walk in the beer area, which were most of Romania. And I was talking with a Romanian man, and he said that you shouldn't be walking there, Jesper, because it's very dangerous. I said, yeah, I heard about the gypsies. It's not only gypsies, he said, there are also bears, Jesper. Yeah, but then you will just get a what is it called, a beer gun or whatever. Yeah, it's not that simple. I think you should consider not walking because there are also the cars there and people in Romania, they are driving like crazy. Oh, okay. And I have just been in Hungary and people were driving crazy in Hungary. Like the first day I was walking in Hungary, I was within the first half an hour, I was this close at being run down, like
Ooh.
being killed, and 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 they were crazy, but I got used to it. So, but it was not funny. So, so I didn't want to do that again in Romania. So I just walked the last part of Romania into Bulgaria. Mm.
Wow. Well, but you also mentioned something interesting because I have started the divine letters, and I prepared to do this in the beginning of April this year. But when I went into it in October, it became deeper than I thought, and I was supposed to do just Europe, and I kind of go into the consciousness of country, even though I haven't been there. And you said that the biggest difference is the culture. And that is also what I experience when I channel consciousness. It's like, wow, it is so different. And even the Nordic country, I have seen us as kind of, we are one group. We are very similar. Yeah, but at the same time, when you go into consciousness, there are some differences, and also in like, for example, France and Italy. It's like, wow, the consciousness of France and the consciousness of Italy, totally different. It's like, wow, how different can that be? And so it's a lot of country like that in Europe and also all over the world, that there are neighbors, but the consciousness of that, and because the consciousness is from the language, it's from the culture, it's like, wow, the big difference. It is big differences between cultures and language and nations.
Yeah, yeah, and I have always been very fascinated about, and I think I said it actually in the first podcast, like the reason why I wanted to go to Eastern Europe was because that I'm a child of the Cold War, and everybody on the other side of the wall were very bad people. And so I have always had a fascination about Eastern Europe, but I don't have a fascination anymore because that the countries there, they are poor, they are run down, they are very bad led by the governments, and I was actually thinking about before I was walking, like, oh, I would love to move to Eastern Europe. No, I don't want to move to Eastern Europe. Uh, a lot of things do not work. Like basic things are not working, and yeah. Um, but they are very kind. They are very open, and they are uh, like hospitality, like inviting, and the best country I was in Poland. Like people were so kind in Poland that I that I'm actually very surprised about it. Um, to find places, I did that I posted a post in the local Facebook group a couple of days before, like in the city or town's Facebook group, and saying, "Hi, I'm Jesper. I'm walking from Denmark, blah blah blah, and I'm looking for a place to sleep. And if you have some food, it would be fine, but I just need a bed." And every time I got between 5 to 10 different places that I could choose from in Poland. Yeah. So and some days it is a custom in Poland that you also get food when you are leaving, like in a bag. So some days I was walking with 2 bags of food, and we are talking about 4 to 5 kilograms of food. So like mental. But
Wow.
yeah. But but Poland is not Eastern Europe, and Poland is Central Europe, and there was a conscious difference between Poland and rest of the Eastern European countries. Like Poland was, yeah, a different country where I felt actually very safe. I didn't feel that much safe in some of the other countries.
Wow, now I look forward to go into the consciousness of Poland because I haven't, so I have no reference. So when you tell, it's like, yeah, because when I do it, it surprised me so much. So sometimes I think, oh, this will be a nice, and then, ooh, and opposite also. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I would love to move. I would love to move to Poland.
Wow, wow, yeah, then you really have, okay. It has kind of opened your heart.
It definitely has. And speaking about heart,
Yeah.
in Krakow, the city there is a castle. Krakow is in the south of Poland, and there is a castle. I can't remember the name, but they say that in the castle there is a room where you have the the earth heart uh, chakra. And being in Kharkov, you can really feel like it was such a calm and lovely city to be in. Kharkov is fairly big. It's about 1 million people, but it was so calm and people were so nice, and they say it's because of the heart chakra at the castle there. I don't know, but it's a very good story anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the castle, and but I have been there, and I was my husband had they were in we was in Krakow 1.5 years ago, and
Wow, yeah.
we were there with his business. But after all they went home, we were there 3 or was it 4 days extra just to go into Krakow by ourselves, and then we went to the castle. But I'm sensitive, so I take in energy. So I wasn't supposed to channel there, but I got really sick. So it is a lot of violent energies in this castle.
Yeah.
So I felt all this violence, and it was deep. So I started to puke. I had to go to the bathroom. So being in the castle down in the yeah, it what has happened there. It was not just good energy, so you can call it the heart, but I know that the energy tells another story.
Yeah. But I must also say that the history of Poland is I have learned so much history about Poland because I, of course, met a lot of Polish people, and they were always very kind to tell me the history of Poland because I didn't know anything about it. But the history of Poland is very, very, very dramatic.
Yeah, and the energy from that was also very dramatic because I love it's like we had planned to go to that castle and I really looked forward and we went from where we lived and when I came into that and it was we was playing we was supposed to be there for a long time kind of being there but I couldn't I got sick like almost like that so yeah so the energy never lies so something is you can see all the beauty from the outside and all the glamorous and the gold and all what they but when you feel the energy it tells another story.
But I really like Krakow.
Yeah.
I love the city. I think it's beautiful, and I felt like this could actually be a place where I could be living.
Well, when you say that, what I actually experienced in Krakow, I felt it was very polarized. It was half of it was very good energy, and the other half was so dense and heavy energy because we walked. And it's a wow, this is amazing. It's a big city, very big, as you know. And going in one area to another area, I was so it's like this is the same city, but it is so different in energies because I feel the energy is so intense.
I didn't notice that because I was mainly in the city center, but I heard people saying I was walking to Krakow, so I came from the western side and through the cities there that are mining cities because there are a lot of coal mines and copper mines and whatever. And the energy there was, oh my God, it was heavy, like heavy, 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 heavy. And so it makes sense what you say. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it was an area that was kind of a Jewish area, and I thought that okay, I was
Oh, that was not good area.
no, no, I get that was like oh yeah, that was so heavy in energy that area.
Everybody was saying to me, "Oh, Jesper, you should go to the Jewish area. It is exciting. It's beautiful."
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It is on the outside. It is on the outside, and also I was inside the museum, and so it was amazing to see. But the energy had another story to tell.
wow. And I think I stayed there at most 1 hour, and then okay, I am out of here.
Yep.
And then I went to another place. So yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, so this is very interesting when you travel. You have travel physical, and I have travel more in consciousness to go into it. So, and I will start to travel next autumn. Then I will travel. And it will be very interesting because I have already been into the field and then compare kind of. So what you're saying, it is, yeah, even in one city, as we saw, it can be so many different energy just in one city.
Oh, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah. And I came to in and talking about heavy energy. I came to the first city that I came to in Hungary. Um, I forgot the name now. Miskolc. Yeah. The energy was so heavy, and it was not a nice place, like uh, at all. And I was talking with my host about it, and she was just laughing and said, "Yeah, you are right. It is heavy here." But then she told me that they have had two major factories and they have been shut down. So, like, and hang on, 80,000 people. made it redundant like this. So of course the energy, and even that it was some years ago, the energy of it was so heavy, and then one of the days we went outside the city to look at something in the mountains. So beautiful and totally different. And we are talking about 5, 6, 7 kilometers in difference. Yeah, yeah.
And
So
well, when we talk about different places and the energy, it's maybe not everyone understand it, but it is actually we as human that have created the heavy energy. It's not Mother Earth that creates it by itself. So it is human that have created this. So we are now at a point, because now we are waking up. More and more people are waking up, and we need to change the energies, because that's what we need to do now. Where we live, we need to start changing the energy, because I have worked with so many people that have bought a property or bought a land, and it was so dense when they start, and now it is like, wow, divine design kind of. So it is our task to change the energy that we have created, because we have created hell on earth. We have created hell on earth, and now we reverse to create heaven on earth.
yeah, true. And there's a lot of work to be done in Miskolc, I can tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah, we also, just the story of southern part of Europe is not pretty.
No.
So we know that there are a lot of dense energy in the southern part of Europe.
Yeah. And not all of it is because of the Second World War, but the Central Eastern European, like the history that there have been wars like for thousands of years, like constantly fighting them.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And the changing borders and the countries and languages and culture and yeah, it is very. I am not very much into history. Actually, I don't care about history, but I have learned so much history on my walk here, and I'm starting to think, oh, this is actually very, very, very interesting, because it definitely explains why some things are what they are.
Yes.
So yeah,
And I love that you mentioned that, Jesper, because this year is, I have never been so deep into history and geography. And this year is like, the Divine Letters has brought me into geography and history. So a lot of, because I feel the history on my body, it's like, wow, wow, wow. And I'm fascinated, because I had no dreams or thought about going into history or geography or other countries. And when I do it, it's like, wow, this is so fascinating.
uh, yeah, and yeah.
To understand what we have created on earth, because yes, I live on the northern part of Norway. It's kind of, it's not so many people here. It's like alone up to there, almost no neighbors, and it's like, and I know all the area other place. So here it's like the crown. I'm sitting on the crown.
Yeah. Well, you should come to Istanbul. There's a lot of people here.
I will. And yeah, and at the same time it's like, at one point I want to do it, but I also know that I will feel it, because I get sick. My body is very clear. I feel the energy, but I have learned to protect my. But sometimes, and when I was in Krakow, I tried to protect, but it was so, I just had to go and puke, and it was so intense. So sometimes the energy is so intense. It's like I just have to surrender, and it's like, yeah.
And that is what I'm doing here in Istanbul, because that the level of noise here is is very, very, very high, and the pace, like everything is going fast, but not like fast in London or New York, but there's cars everywhere and there's scooters everywhere and everybody is honking their horns and it's like to be in India or something like that. And there's people like everywhere. There are living 20 million people here. The that is the official number, and some are saying that there are probably 25 million people here. And there's people like everywhere here. And that is also for a sensitive person like me. Ooh, it's difficult, very difficult.
But Turkey is very interesting because a little part, it's just a little part of Turkey, Istanbul, in Europe. And the biggest part is in Asia.
I'm
Yes,
not
yes.
sure.
Yes, it is. I have gone into it, so I know.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, but yeah, but I was actually on the Asian side a couple of days ago, and the Asian side is I didn't feel it that busy as I am living on the European side here. The Asian side was not that busy as the European side.
That's very interesting because I had some pre thought about Turkey, and I had the okay, this will be a heavy country when I went into it because I have been into Turkey, and I was amazed about the wisdom and the depth that Turkey have because I was wow because my thoughts when I refer to my thoughts before I had any reference, it's like okay, it will be dance, it will be no, and then I went and wow, they really hold deep wisdom. And so it's like Turkey really yeah, surprised me in a good way, in a positive way. Like wow.
And well, I have been to Turkey before I came here, but I have never been to Istanbul. But as I said, that even that it's busy here and noisy, it is not like if you're going to London or something like that. It's more, it sounds funny when you're saying it, but it's more like a calm busyness. Like, and it is more like you are busy, but you are busy in the Mediterranean way, like, okay, mañana, we are maybe doing it tomorrow, and yeah, and but it's nice here, but I struggle a little bit with the noise, to be honest. But over Christmas, um, which is next week, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to Konya, which is in the more south part of Turkey towards the Syrian border, where Rumi he was living. There's a museum of Rumi and his school and his grave or something like that. So I thought that would be a very good Christmas present for myself to go a couple of days to Konya. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And it will be interesting also to hear that because then you can okay the difference between the European part of Turkey and the Asian part of
yeah,
Turkey.
yeah. But I would guess that it will be much more quieter because there in Konya there is only living 2.2 million people, which is
Only
compared
2.2. It's like,
only compared to Danish standard is almost as the double size of Copenhagen or something like that. So, but but I'm thinking about traveling a bit around in Turkey to see different. Uh, I have been in the south part of Turkey before. I'm not going there, but there are a few other places that I like to see. And well, they have fast trains here, so I can go like 500-600 kilometers in 4 hours, and they are fairly cheap. Um, so so I think I'm going to travel a bit around in the country, like in next month in January. I'm going back to Denmark in February. So
And this has changed you because you say you will do life differently after this trip. Maybe you can say something about, because yeah, it has changed you and you want to do life in a more divine way, kind of.
yeah. Well, the only thing that is 100% sure is that I will not go back to my old life. I I I could, of course, go back to my old life if I wanted to do it because it would be easy, it would be simple, but I can't go back to my old life.
I understand.
Yeah. Um, so so what is my new life? And that is what I'm still trying to figure out. But my new life will be a more quiet life, a more um, life with more space within me, and a more artistic, artistic life. Like I'm going to produce some some art. I'm going to create something. I don't know what. I'm just getting the sense of that. I wanted to create something. I have a few ideas. I have started to work on a book now, writing on it every day, and it's not going to be a ordinary travel book. Uh, it is based on my travel or on my journey, but it's much more a soulful book, like what is my soul talking about on the journey. And I realized, and that was actually something funny, because I got this question constantly: why are you walking to Istanbul? And I don't know. I didn't have answers. Well, I could make up
Yeah.
some answers.
You knew that your soul just said to you, you have to go, you have to, because you said it before you were, it's like your soul just said,
Yeah.
you need to go.
Yeah, but but that was not the story that I was telling people,
No, I
because
understand.
because I thought that people will just look at me and think, well, he is a very, very, very strange man.
Yeah, you have the name Strange, so of course.
Exactly, exactly. And um, but I remember when I was talking with a person here in Istanbul, and I just said, oh, and I of course got the answer or the question, why are you walking to Istanbul? Said, oh, well, just because that my soul wanted to do it. Hmm. So, yeah, it makes sense. And it was just words that came out of my mouth. I didn't speak them, or
Yeah,
I didn't think them, but yeah. Then he was looking at me. "Hmm, it makes sense.
yeah.
And 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 then it was okay. So that was actually why I did this journey, because my soul was asking me to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to know why my soul was asking. It was
Nope.
just asking.
Yep.
So so I just walked to Istanbul and here I am, still talking with my soul. So
Yeah.
so back so back to my future life will be a much more soulful life. I
Yeah.
think that will be the term so far.
Yeah, so what I hear is like you are going into the new human. All of us are, and we have different rhythm because we as human are changing radically in this period more than ever. And I know that my change has been very fast, and others I have followed, they don't want to go that fast. But it's not that we need to go fast, but everyone is changing, and the soul wants us to kind of be more soulful, as you say, and I call it becoming homo luminous, becoming the new human.
Yeah.
So what you have said is like you have gone towards your homo luminous, your lightness, and the soul knows, and we don't need to know with our head because the head, it's like it wants to analyze. It's like putting in categories, and that.
Totally,
Oh,
and and uh, and um, and and I constantly struggle with um, with my mind. Like I can give you an example, a very recent example from today,
yeah,
because that um, I am living in what you would call like a liminal space, okay? Which which in my liminal space now is very spacious. I have a lot of space, a lot of room. I have a lot of time
yeah,
and I don't have to do that much. Actually, I just get up in the morning and I'm going to bed. And that is basically my routine,
yeah,
writing a bit on my book. But that means that in that I have this liminal space here, and my mind or the mind is afraid of too much space. So my mind starting finding problems that I have to solve. So, and now we were talking about the noise here in Istanbul, which is
a problem.
true. It is noisy, yeah. But then in my mind, because my mind for a couple of days, it has just been very quiet. And um, suddenly it just grabs this, oh, noise. Okay, then we have to do something about it. And let me just tell Jesper, it's a huge problem for you. You can't be here and you have to move to another place. You have to complain about it, blah, 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 blah. And that is what my mind is. And the problem with my mind and with minds is that they are shouting so high that you actually start to believe in it. And I was this close at thinking about, okay, should I be moving from Istanbul? Because it is noisy and it is not funny to be in. But then I was thinking, okay, I could move to Krakow because I want to live there. But then I got this thought, hmm, but if you're moving to Krakow, yes, the liminal space, it will it will move with you. So after a while, Krakow will be noisy, it will be dirty, it will be full of Polish people or whatever, something. So it is not the liminal space that is the problem, it is the mind.
Yep.
And 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 um, being in, to me at least, I can say that it is difficult to live 100% like all of the time in my soulful soul life. Because if I got too much space, the mind do not like space, and it starts to creating problems. Yeah, I hope it
That's
makes sense.
Yeah, that was fascinating, Jesper, because what you are explaining, it is what most people um, experience, but they don't give it a thought. They just act on the thoughts, kind of. The old is like,
Exactly.
yeah, that this is happening, and we just, it's like a trigger, and we just react from the trigger, not going like deeper and understanding. Oh,
That
oh.
is because that I have been walking, that I'm going this step deeper. Otherwise, people would just, yeah. And that is why we are having television, we are having drugs, we are having alcohol, we are having
Yep,
too much food, everything to fill up that space so we can't, yeah.
yep.
So,
But it is several things in it, but living in a big city by itself, it we get used to the noise. Most of us, we get used to everything, but at the same time it does something with us. The surroundings really affect us. So I rent a house in the middle of nowhere, kind of in a place there are no interruption, and it's so clean. It's like it is heaven on earth. And I'm creating a lot of things because it goes so fast, because everything just come true. And if I was in Istanbul, yes, I could have adjust everything there, but I would not. I will be in another state.
yeah, I think that is the correct term. And I am in an I'm in another state too. And to be here, I have to adapt to the surroundings.
Yes.
And I, no matter how much I wish that it would be silent here, like in your place, it will never happen. It
No.
will never happen. So I have to accept what is, and and now the noise is. It doesn't mean that I'm going to live here. Definitely not. I'm not going to live here for the rest of my life. But it also tells me that, okay, silence is important to me, because most of my walk, I have been walking in silence.
Yep.
So, yeah,
And you also said something interesting. It's like, yeah, and before you start walking, you in your mind it's like, oh, I want to live in the southern part. I want to live there. And then when you went there, it's like, oh no, I do not want to live here.
no, yeah.
So to have the experience, because in our mind and in our head, yeah, we can spin a lot in there. But so you have experienced it for a day or two or a week, and that's completely different than living there.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And and even that I tried not to imagine a lot about my journey before I was walking. I can say 100% that the journey did not fall out in any way that I can or could have imagined. It has become 100 times better, but it has only become better because I let go of my need of control, and I just surrendered. That I have had a few days where I couldn't find anywhere to sleep, for instance. And instead of going into panic, I remember I said, okay, I will surrender. And if anything goes wrong, it was in the beginning of my walk. If anything goes wrong, I will take my sleeping bag and I would sleep in a field or whatever. And suddenly, oh, somebody called me. Oh, by the way, I have a bed for you. or I can help you, or I know somebody, and things like that. So I learned very quickly that the more that I surrendered into the whatever,
Yeah.
um, the more smooth things went. It was like jumping into a river stream, and yeah, I think I got my biggest test on that when I was walking in the mountains in Bulgaria. Um, it it's the most hardest thing and terrible thing that I have been doing in my whole entire life. And I got lost in the mountains, and and um, more than once actually. I got it every day, and it was so hard to navigate. It was physically like hard because there was hardly no path there. Um, and I remember a day I was falling down a cliff and I was alone. Like, and what is there to do? Well, you just have to get up and continue because I couldn't be lying in there because nobody knew that I was here. And I was like in the middle of nowhere. But that in those days there, I still remember I had this feeling, or it was not a feeling, but it was a sense that everything will be okay. I will be guided. I will be not like guided with angels singing and showing me the road, but I had this feeling of, okay, you might be alone here, but you are not alone, and you will be shown the right way to walk. Does it make sense?
Yeah, and I love what you say. You actually, what you said in the beginning, it's like the more do you surrender, so you walk from your ordinary life, and the more you let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, and totally surrender, then you were taken care of, taken care of, taken care of. It's like, because that's the hardest part for most, it's like to totally surrender.
Yeah. It sounds so easy when I'm saying it, but
I know.
sometimes it is also hard here, and
It
that
is.
is when the mind starts to
Yep.
chatter a lot.
That's kind of the last step in living from your divine design. It's like a total surrender. It's like, because
Yeah.
you don't have to know what you need to do tomorrow. You from the now, you just have to not be in the here and now, like we are doing in this podcast. We just speak. We had no plans. Like
Yeah.
the here and now, from second to second to second.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a surrender
And
also.
yeah. Oh, very much. And that was also why that a lot of people also ask me about uh, how are you going to Istanbul? Like, which route are you taking? I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Uh, I go day by day, and to me, Istanbul has never been a goal. It has been a direction.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect.
Totally different.
Totally different.
So yeah, and
That's a very good
so
metaphor. I love it. Yeah. Because we only need the direction, we don't need the goal, kind of.
no, no. What do I need a goal for? Because the third question was always, when will you be in Istanbul? I don't know. And I said normally around Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time. Yeah, but well, I am in Istanbul around Christmas now. So,
Yeah.
but but I might have been here like in January. It doesn't matter because to me it was never a question about like uh how fast can I walk it or how long, And it was the process, but not everybody understands that approach
but more and more understand, because what you have described perfectly, it is actually the path, one of the many paths from living like Homo sapiens to become Homo luminans, to become more light, to follow your heart, to follow your soul, as you said, and surrender to your soul.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thank
it has
you so
been
much.
very, very nice to be able to articulate it, actually, because I don't have many people that I can talk with it about. So yeah.
And now we did the podcast before you went, and now it is you are middle, and in 3, 4, 5 months we will do another, because then you have come back and you have reflected and you are kind of more integrated. So it is kind of, we don't know if it will be 3 months or because, but it will be. We follow the heart, and when the time's there, we do it.
Yeah. Good idea. I would love that.
So thank you so much for this interview and sharing just in, because you are in the middle of it, but wow, so deep lessons, so deep wisdom.
Thank you. It has definitely been a pleasure talking about it.
For me too. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Divine Design podcast with Ann-Peggy Divine. Join us next Sunday for another Heaven on Earth unfolding conversation. With grace, reverence, and unity, may the path of your divine design light the way. From the divine in us to the divine in you.